All right, guys, so what I want to teach you tonight is the compound effect. And basically, the compound effect works in life every single day, okay? It's the choices that we make that either give us a good marriage, a bad marriage, wealth, bankruptcy, prison time, or being a good human being, okay? It's the choices that we make, and usually small, incremental choices that eventually add up in life. And I took it from Darren Hardy, who is the owner of Success Magazine, and he wrote The Compound Effect. And I heard him talking about it, so I did some math myself for you guys to try to show you the effects of how we get paid residually, how the business grows exponentially, and why it takes patience. And what I did was, I'm using two scenarios here, okay? This is going to be me, this is George Kafalis, GK, and I'm going to use the compounded penny for 31 days. The compounded penny basically means it's me having a penny that doubles in its value every single day for 31 days versus Darren, who has decided to have the instant gratification and take the $3 million, and basically it's going to show you how powerful a compounded penny is, okay, or how compounded residual income is, or how a compounded team is, okay? And I really want you guys to see the big picture here, because a lot of you guys are just like holding on and saying, when's my time going to come? And I promise you, if you keep growing as a human being and you get outside your comfort zone, okay, I sometimes wonder why people aren't successful as fast. And I wonder, how can they be failing at the business if I have the same tools they have? And then I ask them to stand up in front of a crowd, and they're scared to even talk to anybody in front of the crowd. And they're already promoted to managing director, senior director. I realize, well, if they're having problems doing that in front of people they know, imagine how nervous they must be in the cold market. So it's a matter of becoming better at everything, okay, which will happen in time, okay? It'll happen in time. Now, here's the compound effect. So Darren decides that he wants $3 million up front. So every day, Darren has $3 million. Right? That's, it's the same $3 million. So there it is. You see all the way down, okay? But I decided that I wanted to go with the compound effect because I know that small, incremental, positive decisions in life over a long period of time, that's the key word, long period of time can make a really big difference, okay? Think about that. 2.5 years ago, I had 0 customers. I had 1 customer, Mom. Today, I have 10,000 customers. It took a long time, okay? So here's what happens. On day 1, I have a penny, okay? It doubles in value. It compounds, 2 cents, 4 cents, 16 cents, 32 cents. Guys, look at this. On day 9, I have $5.12. Darren's pretty happy because he has $3 million, okay? Now, we shoot down to day 15. I have $327.68. Darren's chilling, buying Lamborghinis, buying mansions, right? He's got $3 million. The guy's just, man, George's an idiot. He took a penny, and I took $3 million, right? So keep in mind, the $3 million is a one-time fund. It's a one-time, it's just a lump of money that's not compounding, okay? Now, I get down to day 20, and I'm frustrated, right? Why am I frustrated? Because Darren is out there living a life. He has $3 million to spend, and I have $10,000 after day 20. I feel like an idiot, right? But no, guys, you understand. It's time, and it's compounding every day. It's doing something. Here's where you start noticing the compound effect. On day 21, all of a sudden, compound effect starts to do some invisible magic. And check this out, guys. Okay, by day 28, Darren is still beating me with $3 million. But look what happens on the last 3 days of the compound effect. Okay, it's a pretty amazing. What you'll see here is by the time it's all said and done, I have $21 million, $474,836.48 to Darren's $3 million, which he probably has already spent. Not to mention, my money will continue to compound, okay, because it's the compound effect. It's the small choices in the team that continue to grow. So, guys, this is how your residual income is going to grow. This is why you're looking at it and going, it's $5, it's $10, it's $18. Watch it compound, okay, and the magic will happen. Now, let's take another example. Let's say we have Darren, Scott, and me, okay? Darren decides that he doesn't want to really change his life, okay? He's not happy, but he's not unhappy enough to change. So he's just going to continue to do what he's doing, okay? Dr. Scott has decided that he wants to make some positive turnabouts in his life, some small incremental things. So he decides that, he's going to stop eating a blueberry muffin and having iced tea for breakfast. He's going to stop that every day. He's decided that he's going to, on his lunch break, on the way to work with his commute, he's going to actually listen to a self-development book. Okay, so he's changing his diet a little bit, really small, only about 150 calories, maybe 200 calories every day. That's all he's changing. He's listening to a book about a half hour a day. That's about it, okay? And then there's me who has decided that I'm going to, let's see. So the first guy's not making any changes. The second guy is making positive changes. The third guy, me, has decided to make some unpositive changes. I decided to actually buy a more expensive car than I can afford. I decided to actually go on weekend excursions and just party and have alcohol and drink a lot and just, eat a lot of junk food, okay? For three different guys, okay? Now, let me explain something to you. Within 6 months later, I'll be honest with you, all their three lives pretty much still look the same. There's not much of a difference. Even a year from now, by those little small incremental changes, you're not going to really see much of a difference. But let me tell you what's going to happen by the year 2. The first guy is going to be in the same position, obviously. He's going to be a little bit more bitter about life. Other than that, it's going to be pretty much the same. But Scott, the guy who actually cut out that blueberry muffin and cut out that iced tea and decided to maybe, slowly do a little bit more running every day, maybe do a little more, try to cut out cigarettes, make some small incremental changes. He went from a pack a day to a half a pack a day to eventually maybe, a cigarette a day. He went from walking to dogging to running a few miles. He went, he went from reading a half hour a day of a book to maybe an hour. He made some small incremental changes. This guy in 2 years, not only is he going to be in the best shape of his life, he's going to have probably lost about 25 pounds because remember, every 3,500 calories that you shed, you lose a pound. Okay, he's going to have lost weight. He's going to be feeling great. His cardiovascular is going to be amazing. He's going to actually be a lot smarter, a lot brighter, a lot more motivated. He's going to have a better job probably or a better promotion. All that's going to also stem off into his personal life. He's going to be a happier father, a better husband. And in 2 years from the compound effect, he will have changed his life completely from small incremental daily changes, guys. Okay, it adds up. And then the third guy, who was me, 2 years from now, I'm going to be overweight, unhappy, out of shape. My health is going to be deteriorating. Okay, I'm going to be in financial ruins because I was choosing instant gratification and making bad choices. What seemed like only let's say $700 carpet 2 years ago became a lot more, and I am basically going to be in a lot worse situation. I'm going to be in a really bad spot in my life. So this is the compound effect. This is why you see people's lives. You see them in high school and you see them 5 years later, you're like, whoa, what happened to that person? Like, that was a cheerleader. That was a football player. They made choices in their lives that compounded over a period of years, a period of months. I want you guys to understand this tomorrow when you wake up, that the choices you make today might not seem like they're big, but that cheesesteak or not going to the gym or not paying attention to your spouse, okay, or not doing what you're supposed to do at your job, or not going to your meetings for this business. They might not seem like a big deal one day, but trust me, they will seem like a huge, big ordeal in 2 years from now. So with that being said, that's the compound effect. Only other advice I can give you guys is if you're married or if you're just not happy with your life, do me a favor for the next week. Let's do it for a week, and then see how you feel. If you feel really good another week, let's go for another week. At night before you go to bed, seriously, take out a piece of paper or your phone and write down 3 things you're grateful for tonight. The 3 things that you're grateful for today. And I want you to become grateful for stuff. I'm promising you, if you do this, you'll go to bed on a much happier note. You'll wake up on a much happier note. You can be the richest person in the world, and you can be ungrateful. You can be the most poorest person in the world, and you can be grateful. Gratefulness has nothing to do with how much money you have. It has an attitude and a feeling, okay? Also, I will tell you this. If you're having a bad relationship with your spouse, I will give you some advice on this. And I'm not maybe the person to take advice from because I'm not even in a relationship. But the point is I'm smart enough to understand how things work. I've studied a lot, okay? If you do not think highly of your spouse, I will tell you a secret. Every single day, I want you to take 5 minutes out of your time and write the most positive things you can possibly think about that person. Every day, do this for a week. I will promise you that in a week, you will have a list of such positive things of the person you are dating or married to that your mind will consciously understand those things and think about those things, and you will see that person in a much better light. And it will change your entire relationship with that person. Just trust me on it. If you really care enough to do it, do those 2 things. With that being said, guys, my goal is to make us all improve. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I don't know it all, but I'm on a quest to try to change my life and the lives of all of you guys out there. That's it, baby. Have a good night. You guys mean the world to me. Take it easy.